As the United Nations faces the question of who the new Secretary General will be, people are reminded of all the excellent leaders in the world that are capable of filling the position. One woman, however, comes in mind, and she is Louise Arbour. The United Nations has a vibrant history of different Secretary Generals that contribute to maintaining the values that the UN has believed in over the years. The next Secretary General should be Louise Arbour, as she has all the qualities of a leader. Since her law background perfectly complements the position, she always makes sure that the truth prevails, and her past experience with the organization, and therefore can lead the United Nations to achieve its goals. The job of the Secretary General comprises of many roles and responsibilities. The Secretary General is a diplomat, civil servant, advocate, and essentially a CEO of the United Nations General Council. He or she is a spokesperson for the United Nations and the people all around the world. The United Nations was formed in 1945 as a governing body in charge of maintaining international peace and security. The appointed secretary should be capable of holding the firm beliefs of the United Nations and resisting any pressure from disagreeing member states. As the organization promotes peace and security, the secretary should have the confidence and ability to stop conflict from spreading or escalating. The Secretary General's job is to make sure all United Nations documents are internationally adhered to, such as the UN Charter, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and others, so that humans, regardless of religion, gender, age, or political beliefs, are respected. The responsibilities of the Secretary are many. However, Louise Arbour is competent enough to meet this criteria, and therefore should be the new Secretary General. Born on February 10, 1947 in Montreal, Canada, Arbour has received many awards and has been recognized internationally for her humanitarian efforts. She has established her profession in law when she was called to the bar in 1971. She worked as a law clerk under the Supreme Court of Canada Justice, and has taught law at Osgoode Law School at York University, where she published many notable works about criminal procedure, civil rights, and human rights. Her interest in relevant areas of law that are relatable to Canadians, as well as other citizens around the world, shows that she's able to bring international issues to light. In 1994, Arbour's report on women's prison in Kingston, Ontario, exposed a hell-like reality for prisoners in Canada, as video clips showed women being strip-searched at random by male correctional staff. Her ability to remorselessly expose Canadians to the injustice occurring in the country shows that Arbour has the ability to highlight the injustices happening with women and others around the world. These skills lay the foundation for her to be Secretary General and make her the ideal candidate for the position. Even more, Arbour has a history of aiding to resolve international conflict and bringing justice to those who need it. Arbour played a huge role in shedding light on the Rwanda genocide. She was the chief prosecutor for tribunals into the genocide in Rwanda and human rights abuses in Yugoslavia in the 1990s. As a firm believer in human rights domestically and internationally, Arbour fits the perfect position for Secretary General. The job requires that the Secretary General stop inequality and bring peace around the world, which is what Arbour has done in Rwanda and Yugoslavia. Her commitment to bringing human rights to all speaks for her to be the ideal candidate for the position. Arbour has never been afraid to speak out about the injustice and corruption happening around the world. She has spoken out about governments like those of Zimbabwe and China, as well as international conflicts such as ones in Iraq and Israel-Lebanon. She has received a lot of backlash for these criticisms. However, this has not stopped her. This proves that she will be able to take on any member states, even when they pressure her to make certain decisions. Unlike other candidates, Arbour has a history with the United Nations. In 2004, Louise accepted the position of United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. Since she is involved with the organization, she has an understanding of its goals and purpose, and she is able to use her skills and experience to implement beneficial change in the world. Arbour has received the Pearson Peace Medal this year, and Catherine White, the President and CEO of United Nations Association in Canada, believes that Arbour deserves this award. She comments that throughout her life, Arbour has shown leadership and resolve when confronted with despicable perpetrators and their protectors. Her leadership is a model, professional and personal, for young men and women aspiring to make peaceful change in the world through the enforcement of law and justice for all. Although the Pearson Peace Medal is just one of Arbour's many awards, it signifies that Arbour has all the leadership skills to bring upon peaceful change and constantly takes initiatives to spread peace. This aligns perfectly with the goal of the United Nations and is evident that Arbour is the right choice for the job. This job requires determination, dedication, and a passion to bring change in this world, all of which Arbour has shown when she exposes injustices in the world, as well as her past history with the United Nations and the Canadian legal system. Arbour should be the next Secretary General and would be the perfect fit.